Okay, good evening, everyone. I'd like to bring to order the Parks and Rec Commission meeting, regular scheduled meeting for September 11th, 2025, 7 p.m. At this time, before we do the flag salute, I'd just like to take a moment of silence for those who lost their lives 2001. Thank you. Commissioner Pelayo, would you lead us in the flag salute, please? Okay, thank you very much. Can we get a roll call, please?
Chair Flores,
Present?
Vice Chair Ruiz,
Present.
Secretary Esquivel,
Present.
Commissioner Pelayo.
Present.
Meeting compensation disclosure pursuant to Government Code Section 4952.3. Compensation for monthly attendance by the Parks and Recreation Commissioners is $75 per monthly meeting. Report on posting. I am Ana Medina, Executive Assistant to the Parks Director, certify that a true and correct copy of the foregoing meeting agenda was properly posted on September 4th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. as required by law.
Thank you. If we've all read those minutes, can I get a recommendation, a motion actually to approve the minutes as presented?
A motion to approve.
I second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, at this time, I would like to open up this meeting for public comment.
I have an emailed comment from Mr. Mario Dominguez. He is upset that the cities of Downey and Linwood have applied for grants from the Regional Park and Open Space District for a possible splash pad, and the deadline to submit the applications is October 31st, 2025. He wants to know if the Southgate Parks and Recreation Department is going to submit an application and for what projects. He also expressed his displeasure with Council Member Avalos and proposing Robert Montalvo as a possible Parks and Recreation Commissioner, and why Steve Costley, Director of Parks and Recreation, did not speak up against the nomination at the September 9th Council meeting.
Noted. Okay, if there's no other, we'll go ahead and close that portion. Okay, first up, we have the annual review of Sports and Aquatics Division report.
Good evening. At this time, I want to go ahead and turn that over to our Sports and Aquatic Division. So I'd like to call up our Recreation Coordinator for Sports. Actually, we'll start with our aquatics. We'll start with Leslie in the back, and then we'll move forward and do Jessica and Franklin.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you. So the big news right now is that the swim stadium is closed.
Can you state your name and
Oh, I'm
for the
sorry. My
record,
name is
please?
Leslie Consuegra. I'm the aquatic supervisor for the Parks and Rec Department.
Thank you.
So the big news right now is that the swim stadium is closed. We're closed for about a month for reparations. And we're doing our best to kind of mitigate everything because, as you guys know, it is our really popular season right now. But in terms of how it went for the last year, so it was a really, really cool year. We actually brought a lot of new stuff to the division in addition to growing the programs that we already had. So the summer began with a really popular season. We had a 20% increase in swim program enrollment. We had over 2,800 individuals participate. We had our Learn to Swim program consists of group, private, and semi-private swim lessons for all ages. It was at full capacity every month. We had a summer splash camp for kids that also saw a 20% increase in participation. We also got a lot more participation in junior water polo, junior lifeguard, surfing 101, and Gator Swim Academy, which traditionally haven't been the most popular because of the requirements to be able to participate in them. Our Southgate Aqua Coalition partner organization remained really strong with their attendance. We also have user groups, Penguins Aquatic Club, and then with Marlins practicing at our swim pool, with over 250 hours of practice time for approximately 200 kids. Due to the expanded hours in the summer, we were also able to feature more aquatic fitness classes, such as senior size aqua aerobics, master swim, open play water polo, and aqua blast. We had an aqua fitness expo to promote those aquatic fitness classes that went really well as well. And then we got quite a few memberships from that. Private parties are very popular during that season as well. We had World's Largest Swim Lesson. We had community swim days. We have 3 typically in the summer. And then we also had our recreational swim sessions. So lap swim, adult swim, and family swim. They were very popular as well. During the fall, our programs are still very popular because of the weather. But it's also when we also start up like more of the competitive programs. So like high school swim. We have the South Central Swim League that participates both in the fall and the spring leagues. That usually consists of about 6 meets per season. Each swim meet brings in about 600 swimmers and about 1,000 people total to include their parents and their families. We also offered CPR training. We offered, what else? There's a lot we offered. We also offered lifeguarding classes. We offered therapeutic classes. We offered our pre-competitive swim class, which is a very good feeder program into the swim team. We hosted a last-ditch qualifier 2-day meet, which was the first time that we had hosted that event. It's a very prestigious swim meet, and we were glad to bring it to Southgate. We did some hiring during that time. We did some promoting during that time. We had a mentorship program in that season. So typically, right, we like to grow our kids from our programs, and then they start as lifeguards, and from there they progress into swim instructors, into coaches, and then we like to try to promote them into a senior lifeguarding position. And so we were able to promote about 6 of our staff into that position, which was really awesome. And then we got a lot of our maintenance done during that time as well. Now moving into the winter season, we also looked into revamping our programs for the following year. What else? Did I keep going? We got a lot going on. And then come around spring, we hosted more first aid classes. We hosted more lifeguard certification classes. We had, like I said, the spring swim league for the South Central Swim League. We had swim teams participating, both competitive club teams as well as high school teams. And then we were, this was actually really cool. For the first time ever, we hosted an Easter event at the pool. It was both an underwater Easter egg hunt as well as one in our grass area. And that sold out. We actually ended up having to last minute go and buy more candy because we just didn't want to turn anyone away. So we had about 250 participants for that one. And we were able to partner with Raising Cane's, as well as our partner organization, to give away a lot of goodies. So that was a lot of fun. In May, we also designated National Water Safety Month, and we had our our Water Safety Day. We started that during COVID, and every year it's been changing and growing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty challenging every year to try to make it a little bit different. And all those events tend to be free. And then we cycle back to summer. And I think that's it. I can keep going.
Thank you so much for your report. Any comments from my commissioners?
Oh, you guys sound busy, and it's great to hear. I mean, every year I feel like every program, almost every program, just keeps on growing. So I'm definitely grateful for all the hard work you guys put into everything. And can you repeat the event that kind of gets people into the aquatic center, that introduces them, and when does that happen in the year?
Well, we have several. I don't know if you remember speaking of the progression of how we like to hire.
No, I mean for
Or-
participants, like the open house.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, maybe the Aqua Fitness Expo?
Yeah, the fitness expo.
Yeah, so we didn't have a very strong fitness program in the past. We would offer aquarobics here and there, but for the most part, it would be adults coming in to swim, and we really wanted to kind of build our adult programs, both in terms of like instructional swim lessons, but as well as fitness. And so we started to build the program, but attendance wasn't that great. And then we were actually inspired by the Sports Center's open house. And then we decided to have our own one once we started our Splash membership program. The first year that we did the Aqua Fitness Expo, we had a few people come out, try the classes. We got maybe 9 memberships. This year, we also partnered with the Sports Center and did it during one of their runs. So we got way more foot traffic, way more people interested in those classes. And then as a result, we actually also saw an increase not only in the memberships, but also in like swim lessons and just people wanting to come to do like recreational swim and things like that. So it was pretty neat.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yeah, you are busy. I see that every time I pass by, take my kids to the park, you guys are always busy. Everything. I haven't gone because every time I get there, you guys are fully booked. But I get it. You guys are popular. So, but I mean, thank you. Thank you for the opportunities that you guys are making and making more. I appreciate that. But thank you so much.
So hopefully our pool will open soon. I invite you guys all to come to Patty's Pumpkin Plunge, which is actually our next special event. That's our Halloween event. It'll be on October 25th. Okay, so costumes encouraged in the water, out of the water. Thank you.
You have a time for that?
Yes, the event is from 2 to 4.
Anything you'd like to add? Good.
And the kids
Okay.
can go trick-or-treating in our patio. So it's pretty fun. We have it's our floating pumpkin patch. So
Great.
they go hunt for their pumpkin in the water and then they go get candy outside.
Sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Leslie. Let's bring up Franklin to talk about fitness.
Okay, if I can get a motion to
Wait,
receive and
not yet,
file.
Not yet.
Oh, no.
Not yet. We got two more.
Oh, okay.
So instead of listening to me
Oh, you started with aquatic.
ramble on for 30 minutes, you get to
Gotcha,
hear
gotcha.
different people.
I retract that statement.
Good evening, Parks and Recreation Commissioners. I'm honored to be here with you this evening. My name is Franklin Arroyo, and I serve as the fitness coordinator for the Parks and Recreation Department. I oversee the fitness programming for the city and the department. I am pleased to share that this past fiscal year was a fun and exciting and eventful year for our fitness programs. In terms of memberships, the beginning of July, beginning of the last fiscal year, we started around 4,400 memberships. We were almost back to our pre-pandemic levels. Unfortunately, during the winter months, we tend to slow down. People start pulling their memberships, and then we switched on over in the spring to a new credit card processing system, and that's where we lost about 2,000 memberships. So, but as of right now, we're still working on getting back to those pandemic levels. In terms of the group exercise classes, we offer over 35 weekly classes. Some of the new classes that were added this past fiscal year were the Zumba, which are now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We had to expand our senior size class in the morning to a third date, and those classes get pretty full. I don't know if you guys have been there during the morning, but they get around anywhere between 35 to 45 seniors in that bicentennial room that we have. Step aerobics, we added step aerobics on Wednesday. We added another advanced yoga on Thursday mornings. And then we also added a combo boxing. It's not geared towards young individuals. It's geared to more the older populations, just to get them moving and give them something different compared to the senior size class. And then for Saturday, we added a high intensity interval training class. So that one's geared more towards the young and the ones that have a higher capacity or that want to be challenged physically. And in terms of fitness programming, all of our classes that we offer for the youth have been at full capacity for every season. Our Biggest Loser program, which is a 12-week program that we offer 2 to 3 times a year, depending on how we're doing. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary earlier this year. In terms of personal training highlights, the personal training has been, it experienced a stagnant level of training hours. Normally we see a peak during the summer hours, and then again during the winter hours, that's when we start seeing a decline in people purchasing sessions for our personal training sessions. And in terms of special events, so at the beginning of the year, we had our open house event, which is held annually. It's on the second Saturday of January, which is also held at the same time as the JAA's opening season. Group classes. So during our open house, we have group classes demonstration and PT, or physical training demonstration. So we offer a condensed version of all of our classes in the Bicentennial Room during the open house. We also have a couple vendors. We have jumpers and a kid zone. And then in terms of the Spring Fit 5K, this year we had it, and it was our 8th annual, and we had over 800 participants. And since I have the time, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. So Bimbo Bakeries, and then our children's play area was sponsored by the Youth Commission. Summer Kickoff, which was a brand new event that we started this year, where all of the
I'm sorry.
the Summer Kickoff.
Yeah, okay.
It's a brand new event, so that's where all the divisions within the Parks and Rec Commission or Parks and Rec Department had their booth, and they demonstrated what they each had to offer to the city. In terms of fitness, we had an outdoor Zumba class. I don't know if you guys were there, but we had an outdoor class in front of the gazebo, and that drew a lot of attention. And I noticed that there was a lot of, not just adults, but a lot of kids trying to dance with a Zumba instructor. And then in July, we had our 4th annual fun run. We had over 600 participants, and that took place on July 19th. And again, I want to thank our sponsors, Tampico, the Youth Commission, Edwards Theaters, and Raising Cane's. And that's it for my report.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any comments from the commissioners? Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And another sponsor for that was also for some of those events was UWS, who's been a great sponsor for us. We don't want to forget them. And let's bring up Jessica to talk about our youth and adult sports.
Sorry, this mic is a little high for me. Hello, Parks and Recreation Commissioners. It's an honor to be here with you today. My name is Jessica Villalobos, and I serve as the Youth and Adult Sports Coordinator for the City of Southgate's Park and Recreation Department. I oversee all youth and adult sports programming for the city. I'm pleased to start off and share that this fiscal year 24-25 has been a successful and impactful year for both the youth and adult sports program. I do want to share some highlights with you. So to start off, the youth sports fundamental classes were a great hit year round. All of our sessions were at full capacity and were super popular that we even increased our class sizes from 15 to 20 participants. If you guys ever tried registering for our classes, usually they fill up within the first hours or by the first week of how popular they are, with the wait lists even being as big as 40 to 50 kids on the wait list. So by increasing them to 20 participants, it kind of gives a little bit more opportunity for these kids to join us. In the winter, usually it becomes a tough season for us, just simply because of the inclement weather. But as great recreation professionals that we are, we had to pivot, and we even had to hold some of our classes indoor, either inside of our basketball gym or inside of the racquetball room, just to ensure that these kids got the 9 weeks that they deserved, right? That's what we're here for. Additionally, I wanted to highlight that our sports camp was held on April 14th through April 18th. The hours were from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Each participant received a newly designed sports camp t-shirt with a sack pack to highlight the week that they were with us. Additionally, they also received snacks and the either water or a sports drink, since it is brunch hour for them, and just to make sure that they keep their energy up. We rewarded them with either a granola bar or some fruit snacks with some Gatorade or a water bottle. Moving on to our karate tournaments that we held with our instructor Juan Larios. We hosted two of his karate tournaments, one of them being in September, and the other one was the Azalea Karate Tournament that we are all aware about. It happens during the Azalea Carnival. It's the biggest one that he has, and it's astonishing, honestly, to see all the athletes that come by to compete in that tournament, because it's athletes literally from all over the world or all over the country. So it's just something that it's really nice to see that they come out here. We set up the gym beautifully for them to compete. Moving on to our Special Olympics, we proudly continued our partnership with them. We hosted their LA County Games as well as their basketball competition. For their LA County Games, it was really cool to see many cities come around and participate, and having Southgate host their LA County Games was pretty awesome to see as well. We saw cities like Long Beach, Lakewood, the city of Bell. They were all here competing with each other. As well as the basketball competition. That one was a little bit more in-house, but still we were able to see 80 teams with over 400 spectators coming out and supporting this organization. Additionally, we also held our glow-in-the-dark pickleball event. I was personally chosen to be on Rob Houston's team for this. And as you know, we dominated the pickleball court. I want to say that we took over the competitive court together, and to be picked by him, it was kind of a surprise because I've never played pickleball before, but he taught me within like 10 minutes how to play. So we're ready to take over the court next year again. It was very fun. That event took place in March. I highly encourage you guys to come on out because it is a free event for all ages. We converted our basketball gym with many black lights, glow-in-the-dark tape, glow-in-the-dark pickleball paddles. We also had our fog machine, our haze machine, and an awesome DJ that Nikki, if you guys know Nikki from the Girls Clubhouse, she was our awesome DJ that day, had a really cool playlist coming out. Additionally, just echoing off of our fitness coordinator, Franklin Arroyo, the Youth and Adult Sports Program also participated in the summer kickoff outreach event. For this event specifically, the Youth and Adult Sports Program held a tic-tac-toe game with jerseys versus staff. So anyone that came by to get information, if they wanted to win a little prize, they had to beat us in tic-tac-toe with some jerseys that we printed out. All these participants received a postcard, and it was a good opportunity for them to visit all of our facilities around the park. Once they completed and filled out that postcard, it was good. They either received another jersey, either another prize, or they could to pick something out of our mystery box. This was the first ever event, and it was a huge success that everyone participated in, and it was a really good, like I mentioned, a really good opportunity for everyone to come out and learn about all of our areas, not just solely youth and adult sports, but they also got a chance to learn about fitness, about our transit program, our cultural arts program as well. So just something to highlight. Moving forward with our adult sports program, some of the highlights that we came across this year is that we ran successfully 3 full softball seasons this year. So we had our season is 10 weeks with playoffs, just so you guys can have an idea of how long our seasons are. This past year, we had a total of 49 teams for the men's league and 62 teams for our co-ed league, which is our highest number to this date for the co-ed league. Additionally, we also had our inaugural women's league that took place in the fall of 2024 with a total of 7 teams. This league was actually held on Mondays, and I'm really trying to get this league to return, as many teams they loved the umpires that we have. They loved the fields that we had, so they're trying to make a comeback. Hopefully we can get that happen, but we're going to stay positive and do our best for this. Just a little bit, despite even having a really successful year, we did face a couple of challenges for softball with the field conditions, the wildfires, and then the inclement weather. We try to do field renovations at least once a year to make sure that our fields are up to par with safety and everything. But we came across a little hiccup, but thankfully we were able to persevere and we were able to make it through it and still complete 3 seasons. All the champions received their custom hoodie or a 3/4 zip long sleeve shirt, as well as a team trophy and their team picture. We finally were able to post them on our social media account to see. So if you guys are ever interested to see who wins per season, we're going to try and keep it up to date on our social media account as well. Our open play volleyball continues to be highly popular on Tuesday nights. We've seen a huge increase of high school students, and our goal is to hopefully start a co-ed league for them. And then recruitment is currently underway with the men's basketball and co-ed volleyball leagues as well. Okay. And that is it for the youth and adult sports program. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your report. Any comments from our commissioners?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for everything. And I'm really glad that like the aquatics program, you guys had an open house and really to really get the community to see everything that we offer. And I mean, it sounds like we don't really need more. I mean, we could always use more participants, but I still think it's awesome. And hopefully, you know, different people can come in and enjoy the programs.
Thank you for your report. That's it. All right. So can I get a motion to receive and file?
This is Liv's. I move to receive and file the report.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Item number 2, annual review of 24-25 facility fee waivers.
All right. Well, good evening once again. So before you, you have a complete list of all the fee waivers that were approved during the past fiscal year. Just keep in mind that the list doesn't include any of our partner organizations' facility usage. And then also we provided a summary of the facility use permits and the fees that were the collective there. So the first sheet on the top you have on the page 1 is the summary, and then as you go down, you'll see starting in July with the fiscal year, and then all the way through the rest of the year, we have the monthly fee waivers that were approved month by month, and with the culminating of the total money that were waived for the year was $267,704.75.
Okay, thank you for that. Commissioners, any questions?
Yeah, just wanted to ask, this was a significant drop from last year, wasn't it? I think last year was like 500,000 or something like that?
Correct.
Is it about 50%? What's the reason for that drop?
Just a few less people asking.
That's good, huh?
Some days it is. And we still get most of our main groups in there, but a lot of them, you know, those are the everydays. We don't get as many. This year, we just didn't have as many government groups as some of the others that had some bigger activity stuff. So, yeah, it balances. I think our high has been almost, 750,000, Anna, somewhere in there, right? So it balances throughout the years. You know, when special things come, they want other things, and
Sure.
other days they don't.
Sure. What, if any, effect on just general staff and budget, was that something that was sort of a relief maybe, or?
These are all, I mean, there's a lot of these that are just biweekly, regular weekly, whatever meetings, and those are just normal staffing across the board. Since we don't know, you know, it could be, hey, it's a good year or a higher year of it, which means when you see this number higher, it means we have more work.
Mhm.
All right. But the opposite of it is when you see this number lower, we have more opportunity to rent the facility to outside groups to pay into the cities.
Sure.
Right.
So it goes both ways. On the years when it's 750,000, there's not a lot of time for anything else. You know, we're not doing a lot of rentals. But, you know, when this year, hey, there's maybe some more weddings, some more other things, we don't have to run around and double book people. So,
Thank you.
So Steve, what qualifications do you need to,
there is a
Be-
whole
to be
fee waiver
waived.
policy.
yeah,
The general concept is you have to be a nonprofit. You have to show a public benefit to the city of Southgate. So a lot of government groups, high schools, things like that, youth-based. And if the city is actually helping to sponsor something, we can do that. It gives a little discretion for the director at the time, but there is a whole fee waiver policy that we
Do-
use.
is it possible to, do you have an electronic copy that you can email us?
I'm sure we
Take a
can
look
get
at it?
that out to you, that
Okay.
some great
This way,
executive
just
assistant. will
take a look
be
at it and understand a little bit better. I
Right.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
Yeah, I see the LAUSD uses, but I understand that they're mostly events, but is there a reason or in another place where you can show how much support we give the LAUSD as part of our facilities?
Yeah, this is only part of the story on LAUSD. They use a lot of our facilities for rentals, for graduations, for meetings, for different things like that. But they also use a lot of fields. We host the Southgate High School boys baseball team, some of the girls softball team stuff, tennis,
Golf.
swimming, golf. Probably missing one or two across the board on it, but they all play at our park. So while they're not always the best of partners, we want to, and one of the goals of the city council is to make sure that we're providing spaces for the youth of the community. And that's why that we have at times looked at, hey, should we be charging them because they charge us?
Right.
But the net concept here is LAUSD is so big that if we charge them, they would just pass that cost onto their kids, or they would just cancel the kids' programs. So we'd rather have high school baseball, even, if it's on us. So.
No, it's a hard decision because, yeah, there's just so many things to juggle around when it comes to, recouping costs on things. And yeah, I definitely see your point. But as far as, and I'm still personally having a difficulty kind of having a hierarchy of if it does come to raising costs, like who should bear it. And it's really unfortunate that it seems like they're less of a probable source.
Yeah. Any comments? All right. Thank you. If no other comments, can I get a motion to receive and file?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. On to our director's report.
Okay. First off, I got a question for the commission. We received an email from a doctor in, I forget what it was, but he's doing an overall assessment of Parks and Recreation commissions throughout Southern California as part of his doctoral thesis or something. And he has asked permission to contact the commissioners. We don't normally allow people, we don't give out your info, but if you guys are willing to, as a group, he will contact one of our staff and we will pass on your info, at least emails, to him. And we will allow you to, sorry, phone goes off on me. And it's a short survey. It's a survey. What they do is it's based across all of the cities in all of Los Angeles, I think some other counties across Southern California. He's putting a overall study of these type of boards together. Part of his thing, he's also going to then donate funding to a nonprofit in the area for it. So I didn't want to go forward with it without asking you guys if you guys were interested in it, if you wanted to answer the question and be part of it. It will be an anonymous in the end. When he puts the whole thing together, he's going to say, 20 of the 40 people who answered did whatever, so it's not going to be Southgate said no to all this. But if you guys are interested, I just need to hear from you that you are, and I will pass him on the information.
I'm okay.
Sure.
I'm fine.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, we'll pass that on. Second thing, not the most well-kept secret in the world, but this is my last commission meeting. I am retiring as of the end of this year. I will be here. I've been here for almost 37 years and in the Parks and Recreation business for 48. So yeah, I'm old. And stuff. So thank you guys all for being one of my sets of commissioners throughout all my years of time here. But starting with the November meeting, because there is no October meeting, Miss Tina here will be taking care of parts of that. And we'll be moving on from there. And so, you know, we'll see you at council meetings, because I know some of you still go, and other things, but this will be my last of my commission meetings.
Thank you for your service, Steve. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve. This is
Thank you,
bittersweet.
Steve. Yeah.
Appreciate all the time that you've put into the city.
Thank you, guys.
And the patience and
Definitely the patience.
You used to have,
And-
you used to have nice dark hair before. Now it's
What?
so you used to have nice dark hair before.
And my last thing is, what will actually be my last actual day of work will be the Youth Commission's Pageant of the Trees, which will take place on December 6th of this year. I'm trying to tell people early. That will actually be my last day of working. It'll be the next Pageant of the Trees where they do the fundraiser. I'd like to invite all of you guys to be there
For sure.
for the
And we'll be
process,
celebrating his birthday.
and it'll be my birthday.
Hmm.
So put that down on your calendar. All right?
All right, sounds good.
All right. Tina.
For me, got a couple things. I think before you is we're really, really excited to finally announce that our teen center is opening up. So staff, Heaven, she's just got hired on just a couple months ago, and she's done a great job of transitioning room A into a teen space. It looks very teen friendly. They're just finishing up some last minute touches today and making sure the TV's on the wall and the video games work. They said Mario Kart works great. They tested it out. I said, man, I want to play.
Should have called me.
But,
I would have tested it.
But no, it's really, really exciting to finally get some team programming back to Southgate. And so Monday, we'll be opening the doors at 3:00 from 3 to 6. So we'll have some hamburgers and hot dogs, a first come, first serve basis, some
What
chips
day?
and just some snacks there for the kids. Because, you know, if you feed them,
They will.
yes,
What day
they
was
will
it?
come.
This one here?
So if you guys want to stop by and just to support and just to check it out, you'll see a totally transitioned room there. So yeah, just really excited about that. Also, just a reminder, I know you guys have a memo from our recreation manager, or one of our recreation managers, Nikki Salazar, talking about the tickets for the breakfast, the Santa's breakfast. So if you're interested, everybody will receive 2 tickets. If you're interested and need more tickets, please make sure you respond to this email. I think it has a date on it. Where is that? The first week of November is when the tickets go on sale. And then if you guys don't respond, then whatever tickets that they have us like put aside, they're gonna just get them and put them back into the general population tickets, because as you guys are well aware, most of you who have attended, it's sold out every single year. So we don't want to just let those tickets go to waste, and we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to attend.
Right.
So the information's on there, Solomon's email, phone number, all that stuff is on there. So please respond if you do need the additional tickets. And then talked about the survey. So I'm going to give you just some quick information on the survey. And then in the November meeting, I'll have more with the graphs and other stuff to make it look, so you guys can see it a little bit better. But we ended up having, so the survey ran from April to August, so about 5 months. There's 472 responses from our residents, which is, considering the amount of residents that live in Southgate, it's not a super high number, but then you have to remember that most of the kids are not responding to this as well. So it's going to actually change the figures, right? But 62% of the people who completed the survey say that they visit the park 3 to 4 times per week. So that's a pretty decent number. There was like a small little sliver that said they only attend it once a year or once every so many months. And then 95% of the people visiting Southgate Park, 95% of the people said that they visit Southgate Park, and then 16% were both Hollydale Community and Regional Park. So those are the 3 parks that majority of the people do attend, and then the other parks had a smaller percentage. The top 3 reasons why people attend the park is, number 1 was to bring children to the playground, and that was at 46%. And then right behind that, at 45%, was fitness, exercise, and gym membership. And then at 42% was to play sports. And then when they asked about if they prefer new amenities or improving the existing ones, it was almost at a split. So it was pretty much 44% said they want new, and 44% said just upgrade the ones that we currently have. And then the top 3 upgrades that to existing amenities that people jotted down were playground equipment at 55%, 55.5%, restroom facilities at 55.3%, and lighting for safety at 40.9%. The top 3 amenities they'd like to see added to the park: number 1, 49 people said playgrounds, 41 people said more clean restrooms, and 35 said a splash pad. And then top 3 existing upgrades would be playgrounds, lighting, and restrooms. I think as I went through the whole thing, that's all I kept seeing was playgrounds, lighting, restrooms, like everywhere on all the questions that were out there. And then additional comments. In the additional comments part, there was just a lot of different variety, but I would say the top items that were mentioned were restrooms and lighting again. Suggestions for new program was dog park, and specifically a lot of them said at Southgate Park. And then STEAM classes. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So that's what they're asking for there. So that's just, just a quick overview of what was there for the survey.
For a minute, I thought you meant sauna.
Yeah.
We could do that too. And then lastly for my report, just quick things. Summer Dance recitals went well. They were the week of August 19th to 21st. Sold out as usual. A lot of people there. I attended 2 of the nights there out of the 3. Upcoming events, we have September 14th, the karate tournament, which is this weekend. I guess Teen Center opens on Monday. The 23rd, we're actually meeting with a Korean Olympic team to see if there's well, it's not just us, it's us along with some of our other Stella cities who are trying to see if amongst all of us local cities, if we can host them or we'd be able to accommodate them for practice time for the 2028 Olympics. But they're not just touring us or touring other places to see, but just neat that they're even considering for us to possibly assist them in hosting them for the Olympics. And then October 4th, we have the Art Walk, and that's going to be, remember, that's going to be at the auditorium because it's their anniversary year and they're taking over the park. As Leslie mentioned, the pool is closed. We're hopeful that it'll open in the beginning of October. We have no hard date that it'll be opened up, but hopefully beginning of October. And then we have our senior formal, that's on October 10th. We have a Circle Park, the re-grand opening date. That is going to be on October 13th, which is a Monday. It'll be Monday evening. So you'll see flyers coming out very, very soon for that and invitations coming out for that. October 13th?
Yeah.
Indigenous? We don't celebrate that here. We don't.
No.
Well, it's not that we don't celebrate it here. It's not a legal holiday,
federal
I
holiday,
should
yeah.
say. Yes. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. It'll be something similar to how we did Hollydale Community. Not as grand of a scale as Urban Orchards. It'll be a little smaller event, but it'll be nice.
Yeah, it's looking nice. I drive by a lot.
Yeah, slowly but surely it's coming together. And then we have a couple trunk or treat events that we're participating in. One on the 23rd of October, and then the main one that's out here on Seaborg on the 30th of October. And then on the 25th, we have Halloween at Hollydale Community Park, and we also have Patty's Pumpkin Punch. So we have plenty of activities to attend on that day. And then on the 31st will be our regular Halloween events at Southgate Park. And like I mentioned the last time, that we're going to have fireworks with that. So
Yep.
Just reallocating or just kind of moving the show from 4th of July to Halloween. So.
What day is Halloween?
I
you.
have a hunch it's on the 31st.
Okay.
Friday.
On a Friday, yeah. So it's kind of good. It kind of worked out well It's on a
Very
Friday
well.
night, so nobody
Yeah,
has to
very
go home
well.
early. Yeah. And that sums up my report.
Thank you.
I got,
Any comments?
I got a few things.
We don't have Tina. I'm sorry. We don't have anything for Christmas time.
We do.
Oh, okay.
We do. I'm sorry, we do. We have, the Santa breakfast going on.
Yeah.
We have the parade that's going to be on December the 14th.
December the 14th.
14th. And then we also have Winter Wonderland, which will be
Oh, you're
December
gonna
the
do
4th.
it again. Okay.
Yeah.
December 4th.
December 4th. Mhm.
And the
this
parade
year's
is gonna be back
theme
on Tuesday?
is Mele Kalikimaka, so we're Christmas in Hawaii,
Oh.
Hawaiian Christmas. So.
Oh, nice.
Are you all making announcements about the fireworks just to kind of notify dog owners and people with PTSD around there?
Going out on all our social media that we'll be having fireworks and all the other places.
Okay, alrighty, thank you.
And the parade's gonna be at Tweedy again?
Parade's going back to Tweedy.
You had something to add, Glenn?
Yeah, I have a couple things on my side.
Thank you.
Oh, let me get some comments. Anything from you?
Just thanks for the report on the responses from the survey. I think there's some useful information there. Just out of curiosity, are we going to continue the survey considering we only received 471 responses, or what's the plan with the survey?
We can go forward, or we can change it up a little bit to see if it maybe kind of hone in on some of what the responses were.
Mhm. I think that would be good. Yeah, that way, because if lighting, restrooms, and you said playgrounds were
Those
the
were like
top
the
three.
hot items. Like numerous times I was going through big old sheets and I was highlighting, and that's how I was kind of figuring out how many were for each one, and I was just playgrounds. Like, so yeah, just
Yeah, maybe kind of to hone in on those would be good, just to get more information, right? I think this is useful, and it can definitely help going forward with like budgeting and any projects that are coming up. So I think that would be good. But I look forward to next meeting's report.
I'll just show you. I'll bring the graphs so you can see what it looks like a little bit more visual.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Thank you for that report.
My
Okay,
turn.
so
Good
we're
evening,
on
Commissioner.
to our Parks and Rec Commission Subcommittee
No,
reports.
no, no,
Oh,
No,
you're
it's
continuing with this one?
My turn. All right, usually we do ball field renovations in November. Staff over the years have found it challenging to get them all done before they need to be used. So they decided to break it up. They worked with recreation staff in the sports center and came up with a plan to do diamonds 1 through 4 and 9 and 10. They've just completed doing that. They'll go back in November and do the small quad because those are they're the smallest ones, the easiest to regrade, and then touch up the other 6 diamonds. So you'll see the grader out there more over the next few weeks. We promoted a hourly position to fill a grounds maintenance vacancy, and we filled 2 vacancies in the park facility side. So we're fully staffed finally. Yay.
Great.
And that's all I have. Thank you.
That's great news.
Great.
That's good to hear.
Okay, thank you for that. So now we can move on to the Parks and Rec Commission Subcommittee reports. Lynn?
Yeah, I had a couple of things to bring back from the council meeting this week. There was one person who brought up the concern about a back door that used to be at Circle Park that isn't going to be part of the newly renovated project. And so Steve was pretty gracious at explaining the situation that Edison didn't approve it. And so just the other thing too of note was that she had concerns about some of the input that the community had given for that park during the community input process or period of the process. And Steve explained that it had to do with pretty much what Edison allowed to be at the park. And so I did invite her to come. She didn't come, but I did tell her that I would bring this information back to all of you guys just so that we're all on the same page. And the other thing that they were talking about that I'm really glad Steve mentioned was the mailers, the park mailer cost because of the city budget. There were a few people that brought that up. as a possible cut. I personally use the mailer a lot. I do circle events. I do use it as a coffee table reading. And it's been pretty helpful. Like you said, I agree with you. I have, even though I am very well versed in using PDFs, it's just not as handy or accessible as just having something that I can just walk to and get
Grab
on the coffee table. So I'm glad and hoping that it's not something that's going to be cut in the future.
Same. I agree.
But that was it.
Anything?
No, I don't have anything.
Just from my side, I appreciate some of the comments we've been making the last couple of city council meetings. I know it's been a trying time with some of the recommendations from a particular city council member who asked directly for investigations of the JAA. And even though it was mentioned as it wasn't personal, it sure felt personal. So I appreciate everybody coming out and expressing their feelings. Especially the community itself, not just us. There was quite a few people that expressed their concerns as well. So I appreciate us coming together and fighting for the programs as a whole instead of singling out one program. Also, the last meeting, there was a recommendation for a chair that's vacant right now. I'm glad we all spoke up and expressed our concerns about the person that was recommended. I think it's important for us to be part of these meetings and express ourselves. I can't think of anybody in this commission that hasn't been part of the meeting, so I appreciate everybody stepping up. The other thing is I do want to express my gratefulness for you guys all making these meetings. I know it's trying at times because we all have things that are going on. There's games that happen that we'd like to be part of, watching our children or grandchildren play, and we have to come to the meeting, and we all make that commitment. I mean, we're missing a football game right now, so I mean, there's a lot of things that happen that we make this commitment, and once our council person has put us in this seat, I'm glad that we all take it serious. And the other thing that I'm glad about is we all participate. We're not just here as a token every month just to say, listen and say, okay, we're actually active in these events. I see all of you at the events, and it's impressive to me. And I just want to say thank you again for being active in this commission.
Thanks. Oh, can I add something?
Sure.
I don't want to speak for anybody else, but personally, I didn't get a chance to give my support for the staff, and I don't know where they are in the salary negotiations, but I could say personally here that I think every one of you guys are worth, more than we pay you. And if there's, anything we can do to either help bring in more funding, if any other officials come up and you guys need somebody to step up and speak on the parks programs, I'm available. But I think, like I've said millions of times, I'm eternally grateful for all the hard work you guys put, because I feel like you all go above and beyond for, what you all should be doing, and you're all definitely underpaid, but we're all, I definitely feel in debt to all of you.
Thank you. I support that as well. So if that's nothing else said, do we have any requests for future agenda items? No? Okay. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you very much for your time, everybody.
No, we can't leave yet.
Yo, we're done. Sorry.
Glenn's leaving.
I canceled that.